Now let's look at an example for count control loop. So here is a string. I'm going to call this my string. Okay. And this is volcano, as you can see. So I want you to count the number of O's that are present in the word. Case does not matter. So that means we can see it's 2 O's, right? For a computer, you need to go step by step. So let's see how to do this. Okay, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to declare stuff. Okay, so declare count and times as integer. I'll explain what count and times are. So count is basically, if you look at the word, right, count is basically the letters. Okay, so if we have count is equal to 1, then it is V. Okay, now if I increment the count, it's going to be O. If I increment L, increment C, A, and so on. Okay, that's that. Now times is the number of O's. So every time I find an O, I'm going to increment it. Okay, so then I'm going to declare my string as a string. Now in this case, let us imagine that I don't know what word the user has given me. It can be any word. Okay, I have just taken the example volcano, so it's easy for you to understand. But I'm going to let the user input a random word. Okay, so I'm going to say input my string. Okay, input my string. Now I need to convert this into uppercase. Okay, this can be uppercase or lowercase. I just want it in one case because case does not matter. Alright, so I want it in one case. Okay, so I'm just going to do my string is going to be set to upper of my string. I hope you are understanding this. Okay, and I'm going to set times to 0 because I have not encountered any O's until now. So now we're going to start counting the number of O's. So for count, okay, count is, as I told you, the letters. Okay, so 1 to length of my string. Okay, my string. Then I will have if. Now this might be a bit confusing. If mid of my string comma count, I'll explain this, don't worry, and 1 is equal to O, then, okay, what does this mean? What does this mean? So if I take this word, right, now mid, so my string, this is the string, count 1, so count is 1 is equal to 1 because every time I'm going to loop, the count is going to increase, right? So first let's take 1, okay, which is V. All right, so then how many letters? It's only 1. How many characters or letters is 1? Okay, then if I increment the count to 2, okay, I'm only going to take 1 letter, which is represented with this. Okay, incrementing count, I have L, only 1 letter, L. Okay, that's that. All right, so then I'm going to increment times plus 1. Then I'm going to end if. Okay. And then next count. Okay. And why have I taken the length of my string? Because it's the total number of letters that are there, right? 7. So all the way from 1 to 7. Okay, that's what's happening. And then I'm going to output times. Okay, so this is my answer. Very nice question. I hope you understood this. It might be a bit confusing at first, but it's pretty easy. All right.